I've been working in the field of water, starting out with mine reclamation when I was still a graduate student at the University of British Columbia, and went on to work for the Alberta Department of Energy for 10 years in Edmonton, Alberta, where I was responsible for the mining reclamation program, and I was also the deputy chairman of the regulatory committee that oversaw the government's review of major mining, gas, oil sands permits in the province. From there, I went to West Virginia University in 1988 as the first director of the National Mineland Reclamation Center, and then I also picked up the position of Water Research Institute director for the state of West Virginia. My focus devolved heavily on water treatment, looking at particularly mine drainage, remediation of abandoned mine land drainage that was a real problem for the state. We have thousands of miles of stream that are affected and effectively sterilized by decades of abandoned mine drainage from pre-law mining. I also worked closely with the U.S. Office of Surface Mining, particularly in the early and mid-90s, and this is when Bob Urim was the director, and developed something called the Acid Mine Drainage Policy. The Acid Mine Drainage Policy went into effect in about 1997, and to a large extent that prohibited states from permitting any new sources of acid mine drainage, in the sense that sources that were of an undefined endpoint, undefined severity, looked like they were going to be environmental liabilities for the foreseeable future, could no longer be permitted by the states. Very soon after that happened and it was implemented, the number of what we call bond forfeitures, in other words, mining companies that would simply generate these big acid mine drainage liabilities and then go out of business, that pretty much came to a halt. From, I don't know, it was something like 18, 19 forfeitures per year in West Virginia, went down to maybe one every couple of years after that. So it really had an impact, and it to a large extent it eliminated the new sources of acid mine drainage. So a lot of the focus up to that, from that point on, was on trying to remediate the abandoned mines. So we worked with state agencies, abandoned mine land agencies, also very heavily concerned in working with watershed groups to help them get the technologies they needed to go up and clean up their watersheds. And that led on to the 3RQ program.